All right. Happy Taco Tuesday. Surprise Fallout 76 stream. I like to do one surprise stream a week. Just keep myself on my own toes. Excuse me. My sound was interfering with my sound. Sorry about that. Tonight we are playing Fallout 76 for a couple hours, and we're going to explore this whole Gone Fission thing. What do you think? Time to get our fish on? I think so. I think that's about the right way to do it. And we might as well kill ourselves some cultists. Turns out they're necessary for a weekly. No sense not killing them, right? But yeah, right after we kill these cultists, we're going to take a run over to the mire and see if we can't figure out this whole fishing thing. Currently tonight, I'm playing Big Bubble. Big Bubble's a ghoul commando. Doesn't wear any power armor. Honestly, doesn't play that much differently than I did when I was a bloody build, back when I was still a human being. That's probably my own complacency. See, Bubble's a musician. Didn't really give a damn about optimization strategies, efficiency, any of that kind of stuff. I got a power armor character for that raider shit. Bubbles just likes to run up to people and shoot them in the face. Pretty sure at this point the feeling's mutual, so I don't feel bad. He also spends quite a bit of time in midair. As you do when you got a big old jetpack. Wow. I'm already cucumbered. This must be a Todd Howard game. They're gonna live forever inside the Mothman. Under his glorious wings. Yeah. We know all about the Mothman and his glorious wings. Used to be somewhat of a Mothman aficionado myself. Oh yeah, time to get uncucumbered. It's no way to live. Alright, now, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere over in the mire, we have a quest. How does this work? I did not play the beta server for this particular patch, so I'm coming in like a virgin. Well, I'm coming in like Iggy Pop, playing like a virgin. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Huh. Yeah, that's an interesting alias we've got going. You know what? I tell you what, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna think about it too much. Give myself a little glow. So, yeah, let's talk about who we are here. My name is Bubbalonia, and I play the hell out of the Fallouts. One of my favorite things in the world to do is play the Fallouts. In fact, I even play the tabletop Fallout game by Modifius Press, and it's a fantastic little romp. Me and the kids and a couple of friends. Haven't done it in a while, but it's a lot of fun. And I play all of the Fallouts, or at least the modern Fallouts from Fallout 3 forward. One of these days I have to play the first two. I've watched some streams, but back when those were made, I was just getting married, and my oldest was being born, and Just never got around to playing them. Man, I love these 3D Fallouts, and I love Fallout 76, even though a lot of people don't particularly have great affection for it in the Fallout community. But that's changed over the years, and it's gotten a lot better. But I love it because I get to play Fallout with friends. But not tonight, Daddy-O. Not tonight. Tonight, take some drugs. We definitely need some drugs. We're gold. We don't take some drugs, things could go bad for us. What about that? Okay, so tonight my plan is to explore this new fishing thing. Just stick around and have a good time with myself. If I happen to join in with some friends or whatnot for an event or two, well, it's probably on the list. If not, I'll just do my own thing. I always form a team in Fallout 76, whether I'm doing any group-based stuff or not, just because a lot of your dailies and weeklies tend to have a be-on-a-team component to them. All right, we are significantly radiated. Perfect. Very good. Very good. I'm going to get out of third person there because it's not my preferred way to play these Bethesda games. We're going to go take a look at the map and see if we can figure out where in the mire we're supposed to go. I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. But I'm supposed to go somewhere in the mire. I'm guessing near a body of water. Let's see. The mire is... what's up hereabouts, isn't it? Yeah, it's up here. I think probably the best thing we can do maybe head on over to the Valley Galleria, take a look around the water there, see if we can find our fishing camp, see if we can get this party started. For those of you that don't know, I like to fish in real life, although having grown up on the West Coast, most of my fishing experience has been of the ocean variety. But hey, a pole's a pole, right, guys? Well, I just don't see no damn sign of nothing over here. Guess we're gonna have to take a look-see. Getting excited for Dune. Hey, Zion. What's happening, man? Getting excited for Dune on Thursday. It'll be a head start week. And of course, I'm loving my Starfield playthrough. But I thought tonight we'd raise some hell in Appalachia. Check out this new fishing thing. Saw Ram play it earlier. It looked like he was having a really good time. Saw Spin play it earlier. Looked like she was having a really good time. I thought to myself, well, self, maybe it's time you check it out, too. There's water over here. How you doing tonight, Zion? Everything going good in Savior Town? Now that looks like a fishing community to me. I don't know. I'm thinking it's time to check this area out. See what's happening. Alright. I guess I could put the gun away. Fisherman's Rest. If this ain't about gone fishing, I don't know what is. Let's, what in the hell are we looking at here? Is that a hermit crab living in an old boat? Well, hello, sir. Aren't you just adorable? I love your boat. Or your shell, I guess. Looks fantastic. Got some slop here to eat. Good for you. Good for you, my friend. And who's your buddy over here? Let's check him out. shit. Well, all right. You know who this reminds me of? This reminds me of some of those characters in Fallout London. What are those suckers called? Thamesmen. Thames people. The Thames folk. Yes, the Thames folk. All right. I got it. It took me a couple of tries. Let's talk to this guy. If he can talk. I'm assuming he can talk. Hey. Nice island you got here. He ain't got much to say. I guess I gotta talk to this fella. Captain Raymond Clark. Well, hello, sir. I'm a ghoul, but if you want to call that a fresh face, power to the people. That's what I say. That fish thing pointed me to you. Oh, I'm always ideal for the job at hand. All right, now listen, Captain Clark. I don't want to fuck with you too much, but are you sure you weren't like a reoccurring guest star on the Venture Brothers? Because that voice, that rings some bells. I got some questions for you before I go fishing. Well, first of all, how the hell do I fish? Why do you want me to fish? This guy looks pickled. Who is the creature I just spoke to? That's true. Are you feeling all right? Well, you keep breaking into like pained gurgles and groans. That's pretty much all I got right now. Sure, I'll bring you some fish. Jeremy! What's up, buddy? Yeah, I like to throw a surprise stream in here or there, and the rest of the week's going to be busy with, of course, our Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday Starfield streams, and then my morning to mid-afternoon streams for the new Dune game. And I love to fish in real life, deep sea fishing mostly, but, pole's a pole, right? And I saw that they had released this update for 76, and I thought to myself, well, now, what's a ghoul like me to do in a time like this except go fishing? That's exactly what I intend to do. Provided, of course, I can figure out how to do it. Let's see. What do we got to do? Do we need to have a pole? Will the last man out of the hole know the difference between a flag and a pole? Hey, maybe I can just fish with Molotov cocktails. Nope. Doesn't seem to do much good. Alright, let's see. What does it say we need to do? The quest. Casting off. I spoke to the creature's friend, a sea captain named Raymond, if that's his real name. There's something not quite right with him, but I can't say for sure. He asked me to catch some fish and said I could get the equipment from the creature. Well, see, that was my first mistake. I didn't read the quest. Here, I'd done wandered all the way over here, and I actually needed to speak once again to the creature from the Black Lagoon and see if he has a pole for me. Excuse me, sir. Your friend said you have something for me. Yeah, I'm getting super excited about Doom myself, Jeremy. I've been a big fan of the Doom books since I was a kid, though, so it's not unusual. But and I put in a shitload of time in their previous survival building crafting extravaganza, Conan Exiles. This is a little different. I can say that I've been in the closed beta for quite a while. Haven't done a whole lot last week or two because I knew the time was a coming, and it didn't really feel like grinding away at something once they kind of finalized their build. So, not saying they have finalized their build. I'm just saying it was getting down to the wire, and I felt like, well, my work there was done. Stand by deep water and select bait to fish with. Cast your line and reel in when a fish pulls the bobber just below the surface. Keep the fish within the catch zone until it reaches the center of the circle. All right, well, let's see how that works. Let's see how that works. Now, I got bait. Do I have bait? I may need bait. Let's see. I'm not going to use my awesome possum bacon for that. That would be ridiculous. I'm guessing maybe bait isn't food. Probably not. That's all right. Is it a miscellaneous item? Hey, there we go. I mean, I can't equip that item. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I am old, damn it, Jeremy. I don't feel old. Most days I wake up, I feel 28, you know? Until I take that first step or two out of bed, trip over a dog, bang my head against a door jamb. Then I feel old. But that goes away as soon as I have coffee, mostly. You know. I mean, technically, I've got a 28-year-old and a 23-year-old, so I wouldn't exactly call 56 old, but it ain't young, buddy. That's for damn sure. What is the story? What do I do? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Normally, I get paid to be this confused. I don't usually do it for fun. I should be able to buy more from the captain or the fisherman. Catch fish, blah, blah, blah. And I knocked that tutorial screen down for some crazy reason. It ain't doing me a hell of a lot of good. Oh, wait. I can't do it on the dock. I gotta do it from here. All right. Oh, would you look at that? Let's add some bait. Well, I got common bait. I guess that's what I'm fishing with. All right, let's cast. Oh, yeah. Do I jigger it a little bit? Oop. Got a little tap on the bobber there. Well, that did nothing. Alright, so I guess I gotta wait a little longer than that. I kind of figured it would be like Skyrim fishing, but maybe not. Alright. Gotta hit on the bobber. I gotta hit on the bobber. Hey, hold on now. I'm not 70. Oh, 70 is old. I'm just mature. Well, I thank you very little, I guess. Or whoa. Get in there. Oh, man. Oh, there's a little mini game to it. Oh, shit. No, I'm going to take that as a compliment, Jeremy. I really am. Okay. In the water we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Well, I guess there is a trick to it, huh, guys? This is a little embarrassing for an old angler like myself. I didn't have runny eggs and black coffee. Maybe that's my problem. Okay. What happened to that little dial I had last time? Oh, fellas, I don't know. This fishing thing got a little more to it than I thought. These don't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. I got the mini game once. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's worse. Getting your nuts kicked in by Watchtower or not being able to figure out fishing. But yeah, I am getting super excited for Dune. It is going to be a thing for sure. We got the Bats Vixen coming out to play. Well, I'm sure burning through the bait here. Maybe this is just a bad spot. Maybe they don't like my look. Scaring away all the fish. What's the story? Place to fish here. Interesting. I'm not really sure what the damn problem is. Hey, there we go. Maybe we'll try it here. See if we have some better luck. What you up to tonight? Playing a little of that Starfield on the Xbox. Cast. Cool. Oh. Okay. Wait. Why does that... Okay. Okay, I think I get it. I think I get it now. I think I get it. Did you get a Watchtower battleship? Is that 3 decks? Big cockpit? Is that the one you're talking about? Because that's a little bit of the old all right. I think I'm supposed to move the line with the fish on it, not the red target. Which makes sense when you think about it, because, come here, sucker. Oh, I got one! Woohoo! Got a Brooks Silverside. Alright. I'll take it. Nice. Yeah, I want to see it. Time to cast. Boy, this is going to be a whole thing trying to figure this thing out. Crazy. Surely gone fishing, I am crazy. Hey, that's 2 in a row. Look at that sucker. Woo! Sunscream, huh? He's ugly. I like it. All right. You know a fish is going to taste good when it's just ugly as sin. My personal favorite, mahi mahi. Mwah! Good stuff. Nothing better than putzing out on a little boat. 40, 50, 60 clicks off the shore. Barely see it. Pulling fish out of the water. Red belly. Nice. All right, well, I got 3. Let's go back and see if he's got more quests for us. Kind of hoping. I'm hoping that's not just the size of it, but we'll find out. We'll find out. We got 3! We got 3. Took me a minute to figure it out, but, you know. I am mature. Who wants it? Return to Captain Raymond. All right, listen here. Let's talk. You know what I have? Here they are. What were you looking for? Who the hell is Linda Lee? Oh, okay. Wait. Linda Lee. Oh, I get it. That's clever. A hermit crab that lives inside the rusted out shell of an old fishing boat is named for the boat itself. Respect. Guess we're gonna make some fish guts here. Let's do it. You know, seeing as how my fish were too ugly to give to the Black Lagoon fella. That was simple enough. Feed the fish bits to Linda Lee. Will do. Will do. Fish bits going to Linda Lee. Hello, sunshine. There you go. Oh, look, plucking some fish bits right out of the dish. They got a little animation for it and everything. Oh, Todd. You shouldn't have. All right, we're going to report back to Captain Raymond. See you, Linda. I sure did. She gave me a gift. Well, I gotta be honest, I've kind of taken a shine to her.
Anyway,
You know what? So I was there for the launch, right? As a longtime Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 New Vegas player. Um, you know, myself and a bunch of my friends, Ron, uh, my girlfriend Melissa, my kids, everybody wanted to play Fallout 76. And we jumped in with both feet and we played the hell out of it. And yeah, it was a little clunky and it was a little erratic. Performance wasn't all that great in some spots. And there wasn't it was a weird gameplay loop. It's like the fun that we made for ourselves was that we would start at the end of a road and we would just take off walking down the road. And any random encounter that came, whether it was some scorched or some dogs or bloat flies or whatever it was, this was before the NPCs got put in. We would take that on or whatever, but our thing was like we'd take a long walk across the whole map. And in between that, we did like the story quests and that kind of stuff. And we had a good time with it. It was a fun way to, like, everybody play Fallout together for, a couple hours. It didn't take the place of Fallout 4 for me because I was at the time, heavily working on some mods and playing through some big quest mods, my personal favorite kind of thing. And, so. Complete fishing challenges to earn rod upgrades and reel in tougher fish. Convert fish to fish bits at cooking stations to use in recipes or feed them to Linda Lee for rewards. Gotcha, okay. Discover rare and elusive fish to display in your camp by experimenting with different bait, locations, weather conditions. All right, weather conditions. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if he's got more bait we can buy. Maybe something a little bit more, Why the hell does he have a nocturnal Gatling plasma? Yeah, just give it to me. I don't care. Give it to me. So yeah, the one thing that I can say about Fallout 76, and I've said this before, but never to you, so I'll say it to you now. As soon as I played it, I kind of felt that pretty much intuitively that like the best part of the game's story actually happened many years before you came out of the vault. You know what I mean? Like that whole bit about how the responders rolled into town in Flatwoods right after the bombs dropped, and all the things that happened there with that, and the rise of the responders and fighting against the Scorched and all that stuff. That would have been fun to play. You know, I'm a long distance trucker. I was just passing through the state, and the bombs drop, and I wake up in a ditch, and I crawl my way into town. You know, Appalachia wasn't hit directly in too many places anyway, at least not before we came along. And I become a responder. Maybe I was a paramedic, ambulance driver. Maybe I was, an emergency room nurse or a doctor, something. And I thought that would be like a really cool way to do it. And then we got to the Raiders, and I was like, well, this would have been really cool to be up here because, like, the whole story with David and Rose and, like, how they had come down the winter before to talk to the folks in Charleston and beg for some supplies because they were all starving and, the whole bit. They were tourists trapped up in the mountains at the ski resorts, and they were turned away because the people of Charleston were like, no, we got to take care of ourselves. We're not putting up with any of you Yankees. Get the hell out of here. And so they got turned away, and they came back in the spring as Raiders. And that all led to, like, Charleston, the dam getting bombed with the mini nukes and, the death of Rose and all that stuff. But, like, it would have been fun to play that. That would have been a fun story to play, right? It wasn't so much that the game as it stood wasn't any good or the story wasn't any good. It was good. It's just that it was all told in holotapes and, basically pin the tail on the donkey and follow the leader. And every little bit that you felt like, oh my God, I'm really like rebuilding the wasteland here. This is Reclamation Day. Every bit of that was robbed from you by the fact that the overseer, who had only left 6 or 7 hours before you from the vault, somehow magically managed to get to the next location before you did. And not only that, but they were doing so well, they were able to leave supplies for you, along with a note or a holotape or something kind of instructing you on what you had to do next. And I always felt like, oh, okay, like everywhere I go, Overseer's stealing my thunder, which is fine. It's a multiplayer online game, so technically you're probably not the chosen one or all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But I just felt like the story would have been better if they went, okay, here's our story, this is what we're doing. And then they went, now let's step back to 3 days after the bombs dropped and start telling it from right there. We get to see the rise of the Raiders, see the decisions that were made that led to them, see the Brotherhood come to Appalachia in whatever form they came in, see the Scorched and the Scorched Plague and go through all that kind of thing and fight right up and along with Powered Integrity and go into the caves and try to kill the Scorch Beast Queen. I mean, I think that would have been just an amazing multiplayer game, maybe a co-op game. And they went another way with it. But over the years, they've managed to add quite a bit. And I've been around for all of it. I go away for 3-4 months sometimes. I usually start off a season, I play pretty hard. And then I just get sick of it and I go do other things again. And that's fine. That's the way you do it. If friends want to play, I'll jump on, But if it isn't like it's not my daily driver. Let's put it that way. I much prefer modding the shit out of a single player game. It's just the way it goes. Anyway, I'm yakking. I'm yakking. You got me yakking. Well, I guess it would be kind of a boring stream if I was like, yeah, used to suck. I have heard a rumor, though, Jeremy. You might like this one. They're talking about the technology that underlies the game and how they can make it truly cross-platform for the consoles and the PC. And personally, I think that that would be the epic next move for them as far as like the technology side of the game. And I hope that they end up doing that because they need to. I can't control my pole. But it's a good-looking game, and you get that itch every once in a while to wander the wasteland with your buddy Ron or whatever, or my girlfriend. And nowadays there's all these events, and there's NPCs and full storylines, and so, it's different than it was. Why is it so hard to line that up this time? I'm yakking too much, I guess. I'm going to default to yakking since this is a stream and just suck at fish until I get the hang of it. Get it? It's a stream. I'm always happy to kelp. Is this thing on? Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. I want that fish. Damn it, man. It's an interesting little mini game. I can't say I hate it. Rameth was saying it reminded him of Red Dead 2. I'm guessing Red Dead 2. He said Red Dead. I don't know if I ever did any fishing when I played through it. May have, and I just don't remember, but yeah. You got big stuff planned for Sunday? Something good, or a nice milestone, I hope. Finally, he catches a fish. Holy cow. He got himself a red belly. You know what? Come back to fishing. See if maybe we can work on a couple of these dailies. I gotta cook grilled fish. I gotta sell grilled fish. I gotta kill an angler. You know what? I'm gonna kill an angler for luck. Oh, the showcase. Yeah, I forgot about that. It should be about 10 in the morning my time. I'll have to see how that goes. They, have to watch that and then stream Dune. Kind of off-brand for Dune, but it doesn't really matter. It's the Bethesda or Xbox showcase. Should be fun. I got an Xbox. I don't play with it much these days. You saw my television. Got a little layer of dust on it. I think I need to clean that area up before I bother trying to play with the Xbox. So I gotta cook some fish that I catch. Sell that fish to a vendor. Hey, come here. Damn you. I'll get you, Moby Dick. If it's the last thing I do. I hope we get some Starfield news at the Xbox showcase. I wouldn't bet on it, but I hope we do. Get in there. Get in there. Get this time. Another red belly. Oh boy, that's a lot of fish I gotta catch. Let's take a break from the catching and see if we can grill some fish. Gotta learn this whole system. know a lot of people are hoping that there's going to be some news about Elder Scrolls 6 too, and I'm not going to say anything. I already said my piece on that. I hope there is. I really do. I just feel like is it going to be under its own category, or is it going to be ham chops? No. Paired? Probably not. I mean, because fish bits is a category. Do I need to make some fish bits? Do I need to buy some recipe, perhaps? Let's see. Excuse me, sir. I hope so. I really, really do. I hope they say something about, hell, some kind of Fallout game. I hope they shock the shit out of us. Well, Fallout TV show was such a big success that we want to let you know that coming this Christmas, along with the show, is a spin-off game made by all of the biggest brains at Bethesda and Obsidian. Yeah, I mean, that would be, it would be dynamite if we saw an announcement about a Starfield DLC. I don't think we're going to get like a surprise drop. I think we're going to more than likely get an announcement about this year's DLC that they promised, which I think is going to be Starborn, right? Bait improved. I've got bait improved. So next time I fish, I guess I'll try to use that. Yeah, I could see that being the big Bethesda portion of the show. But it is Xbox too, so it's going to be a bunch of stuff other than just Bethesda. You know what I mean? Okay, bait improved. Let's do that. I don't know if I'm good enough with my pole to use the improved bait, but I guess we'll just have to figure it out. I'm hoping they do something clever with Starborn too. I mean, give us a story DLC, but also give us like 5 or 6 more Unity, different variations of Unity. You already know what I said the other night. My personal wet dream for a variation on the Unity would be, ending up in a version of the timeline where the Colony War is still going on, and it's mechs versus Xeno warfare units. I think that would be really, really cool. And it looks like something that's totally doable at this point. They've got vehicles in the game. King Gath mod proves that you can animate mechs and have them run around. All we really need is a, climb in and climb out. The Xeno warfare thing is partially in the game in the vanilla version. And then, of course, you got Xeno's mod, so something, along those lines would be awesome. Really burning through my improved bait here. I better go back to common. But I don't imagine we're going to get like a... What do you call it? The way they did with Oblivion. We're going to get the, surprise. And you can download it today. And the reason why I say that is because the community has been up in arms over the last week because they had to wait for their script extenders and their, various mods needed to be updated again before the game would run. And honestly, if you mod Bethesda games, you know this shit's going to happen, especially with a newer title, first couple years of Fallout. Hell, well into the 5th or 6th year of Skyrim, they were still releasing, patches and whatnot pretty often. And every time, you got to wait for mods to update, or you got to get used to having a profile that doesn't rely on that kind of stuff, or a vanilla profile, or a really stripped down profile that you play during that time. And the other thing is you can, if you're into modding, you already know, set your Steam up to where the game doesn't automatically update unless you launch it from inside of Steam. You launch it from your mod organizer. You don't have to worry about this stuff, but, I really enjoyed Shattered Space. I thought it had quite a bit of depth. having just played Phantom Liberty, it felt real Bethesda, real old school. But that's not their fault. I mean, that's the style of game they make. It's just that right before that, a lot of us played Phantom Liberty, so we were like this cinematic, crazy camera angles and storytelling style, and um, which we didn't get so much with Shattered Space. And why would we? I mean, we don't get that kind of thing normally in a an Elder Scrolls game or a Fallout game as it is. So I thought it was really good. There were a couple of things that really surprised me. Uh, you know, a lot of people said, "Well, why is it we're the chosen one again?" Because we can hear Janan Baroon's voice, and nobody else can hear it, and that's just not true. If you would have brought a particular companion with you, for example, they would totally point out that they could hear it too, and there's a good canon reason for that. I think they could have done more with Andreja going back there. There was definitely a couple lines that they should have dubbed something in for, as far as like her on the planet complaining that she's never going to be able to see her home again because you did her, you know, companion quest and killed that asshole and basically cut her off from her own society while you're standing on Varun Kai. Was Come on, it was a little lazy, you know. Um, but I thought the encounters were cool. I thought the map was really cool. It was fun to do this big kind of open world map in Starfield and have stuff going on. So yeah, I liked it. It was a solid, 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me. And depending on how you look at it, it was a 9. It wasn't perfect, but it was really solid, and I had a good time with it. The whole opening 2.5 hour bit with that zero-G space station was just badass. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a great time with it. Like I said, it was at my grouchiest, I'd call it a 7.5, and only because there was a couple of things I thought should be there that was missing. Like I just pointed out, just little shit. Um, but my playthrough was with my main character that I had played the original game with, and had gone through, I think by that time, 9 or 10, 11 unities. So I had gotten to the point where I was, had all the powers, and I was on a particular unity where I had played there for a long time, so I had really good gear and a cool ship. My companions were all maxed affection, and I did that. I prepared for it that way, but it was fun. Lothar, thanks, buddy. It's good to see you. I appreciate the like. You sleep good. But I'm hoping that Starborn is a step up. I know people are kind of hoping for a Phantom Liberty style, Cyberpunk 2.0, and I don't blame them, for wanting what they want at all. I just don't think that Phantom Liberty was even that, to be honest with you. I think Cyberpunk 2.0 came out a month before Phantom Liberty, so it's not the same thing. Phantom Liberty was an expansion of a game that already had a really good cinematic kind of camera and style to it. Whereas they kind of went a little backwards with Skyrim at first, with the locked camera perspective, and all of that gives it kind of that old school look, which I find adorable most of the time, and enjoyed immensely when I played it. But it didn't look great when you put it side by side with Phantom Liberty, and I think that's unfortunate. That kind of sucks. Because they sure the hell didn't think they were making Phantom Liberty when they were making Shattered Space. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody could have thought something like that. Certainly not the fucking players that complain so much about it either, to be honest. Two completely different games, two completely different engines, doing two completely different things. The physics model in Starfield is so much more advanced than the one in Phantom Liberty, for example, as far as like its memory of objects and whatnot in the world, and how you can kind of play with that and create that kind of emergent gameplay loop, So, but that's not to say I didn't love Phantom Liberty. I mean, that was the only 10 out of 10 game expansion I've played in the last 10 years, that's for sure. So, here's the thing. I got done playing Phantom Liberty. I went back and I did 3 endings for that. Same character. I started a level 1 character and jumped to the Phantom Liberty story like they allowed you in Cyberpunk 2.0. And I got about halfway through it and then I was done. I'll go back and play Cyberpunk again. Like, once every couple of years. It's one of those kind of games. It's fun. But I'm not going to sit down and obsess over my load order and get bright ideas for a new Unity and a new build and new weapons and new ship that I want to design. I haven't done a lot of Outpost stuff, so I can't really speak to that. But or I'm not going to get excited because Chapter 3 came out for Sim Settlements 2 and Fallout 4, and I was obsessed for like 8 straight months with multiple different playthroughs trying to crack that egg. So it's not the same for me. But in the moment, it was near perfection. Phantom Liberty was only great. Or Shattered Space, anyway, was only great compared. But I really do hope they hit it out of the park with Starborn. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. The whole idea of the New Game Plus and being a Starborn. I don't think it's perfect the way it's implemented, but it's fantastic. And I really, really love it. I love the idea that in one world, I may have come in, I may have been the miner. I was naive. I didn't really know what was going on. Went through the whole thing, went to the Unity, learned some hard lessons, came back. Somebody annoyed me, and I was like, fuck it. And I actually joined the Crimson Fleet and play it their way. Then I get tired of running from the law, and I go through the Unity again, and I come back, and I say, you know what? This time, I'm going to tell Constellation who I am. I'm going to work with them and protect them, but I'm also going to join the UC, and I'm going to be, a UC pilot. And I go through that whole storyline, and then I run through the unit. You know what I mean? The whole idea of the way that you can do that, and then some Unities you'll do a side quest here and a side quest there. I was still finding side quests I hadn't ever even seen well up into my teens of Unities, So, Starfield's an obsession. Fallout 4 is an obsession. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, was just an excellent game. And I don't mean that in any way disrespectful against CD Projekt Red or nothing like that. It's just the way my fucking broken brain works, I guess, right? Did you? That's when I started playing Bethesda games, too. It was Oblivion. It was a PS3. My kids were in elementary school, and I had some time, occasionally, a couple nights a week, to sit down and crank that out, or a Saturday afternoon, or whatever. It took me months to finish it. Months. Never played any of the DLC. Didn't understand that there was DLC that I had to get for it. Because I didn't happen to go back over to GameSpot or whatever. I was a 36-year-old man, you know what I mean? So, I didn't really get it until much later. But enjoyed the hell out of the base game. Had a great time. The arena is the part I remember most of all. Just that whole arena champion thing. But yeah, it was my first one. And then I played Fallout 3, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in love. This is amazing. And over the course of like a half a year, played that twice, I think. The rest of the time, it was Guitar Hero and Rock Band with the whole family. The microphone, the little drums, the guitar. Very few other games. And then right around the time Skyrim came out, I had a PC, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stop jerking around. I'm going to play this on PC. And I was sold, and then Fallout 5 or 4 came out, and the rest is freaking history. And I always laugh, too, because lots of people fucking hated Fallout 4, and I was like, okay, oh, you can only be this or that, and it limits you, and and they're not wrong. I mean, like, the courier could be anything. Like, I could be like, my courier was an Elvis impersonator who fell upon hard times in New Reno, and came out to Nevada, California, Nevada, and took a job as a mailman because he was starving. Couldn't get no work as an Elvis impersonator. And very first job, shot in the head. It was beautiful the way that was set up. You could be anything. I was a male prostitute. I was a soldier in the Legion. I was, whatever. And Fallout 4 didn't have that. But at the same time, I never let that stop me. I just made it in my head however I wanted to make it. And then I discovered mods, and fuck off, I was hooked. That was my main hobby. Like my dad, my stepdad, when I was in my 20s, I noticed he liked to dick with model trains, right? Engage. Cool as shit. But not my thing. Well, modding Fallout 4 became my engaged trains in my late 40s and early 50s. That was what I did. That was the old man go to the garage and tinker around in the garage or whatever. Get away from the women folk. Whatever goopy shit you want to throw on it. I never gave that much of a fuck if other people didn't like it and didn't think it was any good. And I met tons of people who loved it and put in hundreds or thousands of hours making incredible mods. And I ain't talking about titties or modern guns from COD or whatever. I'm talking about story mods, full campaigns, Project Valkyrie, Depravity, Sim Settlements, America Rising. And even before that, there were little ones. So, yeah. I guess I'm easy to please. I try to stay positive, believe it or not. Life is hard enough without being big mad because the lore of your video game didn't quite match up to your expectations. For me personally. Y'all want to get big mad about something, you go right ahead. I'm rooting for you, little guy. Well, I can see how fishing would be relaxing. Once you got the hang of it, I guess. I have definitely not gotten the hang of it. I failed. I'm holding down the key already because I jumped the gun, but then I didn't let go. No? Let me have that one, huh? Thank you, Todd! Man, these red belly. They're everywhere. They're all over the damn place. It's crazy. You ever play this one, Jeremy? Or just Starfield? I know you said you played Oblivion. That was your first one. Come here. Come here, you. Get over here. I got an oil can. All right. Power's going up and down. I don't know why the oil can. Maybe it got stuck on something, I guess. What do I got this time? Sunscreen. I don't know why it says new. I think I've caught about 3 or 4 of those suckers. They are shiny, though. I think old Linda Lee's going to approve of the sunscreen kibble. She just might. This is such a weird... Like, I really want to just slowly drag my pole a little bit. I can't, because I want you to do that. I mean, it's a lot more interactive than the Skyrim version, I'll give it that. Definitely a step up from World of Warcraft, as Rameth said earlier, that's for sure. Come on, you big fish. Come on now. Get in my bucket. Get in my bucket. Ooh, look at that. Yellow bullhead. It's a catfish. Little catfish, but big, beautiful fish compared to what I've been catching. I will take it. That one had quite a bit more fight to it, I think, because it was so big. Come here, dude. Oh, man, I lost a good improved bait. Shit. I zigged when I should have zagged, fellas. I zigged when I should have zagged. Yeah, it sounds like you like a lot of the same kind of games I like, though. There's something about, some games, you get stuck too much to the ground. Does that make any sense? Like, I like a game where I can run and jump and climb a bit, even if it's a little janky. You know, in Skyrim, you gotta, like, basically keep running up the hill until you find the right angle. This has jetpacks. Fallout 4, of course, has jetpacks. You know, Cyberpunk, I always felt like I wasn't quite wall running, but it was close, you know. It had that kind of vibe to it, that kind of feel, the movement. Whereas, you know, games that are a little too stuck to the ground don't work well with whatever kind of damage my brain has. Or at least not as well. I did love Baldur's Gate 3, for example. And it was definitely built very differently than a game like this. And I still had a really great time with it. But there's a lot of systems to engage your brain with in that one, too. So I don't think I could have streamed it. I wasn't streaming at the time. Most I had to do was guest on Renfail's stream. That was nice. Just 2 more fish, fellas, and we're going to find out if we can make some productive progress on our little quest here. Oh my god, the Uncharted series. So I got a story about that. Remember the first Uncharted game? Remember if you beat it on like normal and then you beat it on hard or whatever it was called? And then you beat it on expert, you would unlock Fat Drake. And my son to this day, my youngest, he still brags about me unlocking Fat Drake. It's like a core memory for him. He was like 8 years old, 7 years old. So it's like a core memory for him. And so, like, he'll have a friend over that they'll be talking about, oh, your dad plays games. Oh, what a nice setup he's got, you know. And Zach will tell him, yeah, Fat Drake. It's like a core memory for him. It's really funny. And, like, to this day, I look back and I go, well, I must have had to play it through all the way once on one difficulty, then up the difficulty, then up the difficulty again to unlock that. There must have been a time in my life where I was definitely capable of that level of focus. So the Uncharted series rules. I recently played the last one, 4, I think a couple years ago. I finally played it because I didn't have a console, but it came out on PC. Or did it? Did I play it on Zach's console? I don't know, but I finally got around to playing it and wrapped up the story for myself, so that was cool. The zombies in Uncharted? Was there zombies in Uncharted? Oh, yeah. In the Mayan ruins. And in the Nazi submarine. Were there zombies in the submarine? It's been a minute. I don't remember. It's a great game, though. 21 out of 21. Oh, my God. Finally. It's not that I hate it. I'm actually saying it's one of the better versions of fishing I've seen in a video game. So far, all it's really made me want to do is go fishing in real life. Let's see. Fish bits. I want fish bits. What does it say in my quest here? Miscellaneous. That's not what I want. Captain Raymond. Will there be payment involved? What do you need? Hey, easy. It's called a dad bod. Oh, you don't say. I'm gone fishing then. So, like, it's an entire expansion based around fishing, I guess. I got dailies for it. I don't know. I don't know. Taking it as it comes. Taking it as it's. I get it. I kind of see where they're going with this. Chain pickerel fish bits times 2. Brook Silverside. Why am I doing that? Couldn't I just do that? Yeah, I forgot. I could just do that. Oh, man. What happens when you don't play for like 3 weeks? See, what had happened was I got to like level 169 on the scoreboard, and I was just so bored with the do the same thing every day routine of it all that I only logged in to do the alien event 3 or 4 times, which is unusual for me because I normally love that. So I'll give her some fish. Maybe she'll give me something good. Maybe a recipe. I don't know. Should I eat any of this shit? Fish bits, condition, rats. I don't care about rats. I'm a ghoul. Baby, I'm a ghoul. Let's see. Lindley is starving. You know what? I'm gonna give her my all. All right. I guess that's that. Well, let's see. Go another half hour, 45 minutes or so. But I'm not going to do it fishing. I will practice that over coffee in the morning, see if I enjoy it more. Maybe get good at it before I get some good bait. Because something is definitely not right. I am not understanding this as well as I should. What else do we got going on here? Anybody at the public event? Gotta knock one of those out for the scoreboard anyway, right? What's your favorite Fallout 4 game, Jeremy? Am I the only one here? Is it just little old me? It's just little old me. Oh no. There you go. Would it even be an MMO, Jeremy, if you couldn't do like weird dances and emotes at one another? That's just how we say love in the wasteland. Otto! What up, Otto? I know that person. They're my friend. They're on my friends list. Okay, Scout Leader Penny. You're boring the shit out of Jeremy here. Tell us your story, and let's kill some stuff. There's Coffee. Coffee Ghost. All right, Penny.
We're doing one of my very favorite Pioneer Scout pastimes, campfire tales. This on? Oh, good. I'm sure glad the speakers are still working.
Hello, campers.
Remember, these tales are interactive, so put on your brave face and
Oh shit, interactive. That means I may need a weapon.
tale is called Terrors of the Dark. Six the holotape has some errors. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Hello?
Hello.
This story is about me, a pioneer scout. I wake up one night in a cabin, and I see that I'm alone. Everyone's beds are empty. My heart is pounding, but I know I have to go outside and look for everybody. I want to get up, but the shadows are reaching for me.
You can't put me out. I'm not on fire.
Please help me fend them off.
That's radiation, baby.
And burst out from under the covers.
Is that it?
Blood made it out.
Just a couple of targets.
There, I see the warm glow of a campfire. My fellow
Good,
scouts
good.
are talking about a fire.
Warm glow of a campfire is a good thing.
And I try to warn them. It's not safe to be out this late. There's something out there. I know, because it took my brother.
You need a weapon type shit?
Dark one day and went missing.
I mean,
But my friends,
I've been there before. Usually after one too many burritos.
drink, share
But,
each other
yeah.
all the night.
Not judging. Tried and true, my heart for you.
Light dwindles on, so does the fire. The scouts pay no mind to the encroaching darkness. I track in to warn them that the dark is dangerous, but no. So I go into the forest alone.
I'm definitely a 4 guy, but I love New Vegas' story. And I love playing it. It's a great game. I've played it multiple times through. But, you know, it's a little older, and the movement's a little jankier, and the combat's a little jankier. Doesn't have that same kind of mouth feel, I guess, you know? Where's my kindling? Gara Death 88. Gara Death 88. It's a kick-ass name. I like it. You know, I have absolutely no idea how to get kindling for this event.
Eyes on the ground.
I'm just gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing and run back to the campfire.
Like the guy my way
Oh yeah, New Vegas is
I don't know if I
awesome.
wandered too far,
Hell, I
or
left
if
3,
campfire
to be honest with
somehow
you, and that's
maybe all
the
the way.
jankiest combat of them all.
Oofda. I'm so
Better be a
sorry.
melee or a VATS build if you want to enjoy that one.
Or at least my scout leader emergency protocol says.
To its full effect, anyway.
Protocol is pulling up a missing camper flag. Now, I'm almost certain I counted everyone correctly, but we should be thorough just in case. Let's look for traces they may have left.
I only count
Remember
2,
the buddy system.
3. Gather items left by the missing campers. Let's do that. Oh, all right. You came in here. That's fine. I understand. Searching through here. Okay.
All right, now, there was a holotape of
I guess it was found.
belongings. Let's give a listen.
Yes, I am. I am a ghoul.
That's it. I'm going on an expedition. I have to hunt down whatever.
I'm a rockabilly ghoul.
The kids for the past
And I'm a rockin' the rats. What can I say?
first, I didn't believe
Got my own
her
theme song and everything.
about the darkness, the shadows.
And that long predates jumping online and streaming it, so
I started seeing irregularities.
I'm a ham bone even when I'm not playing with other people.
I can't turn a blind eye. I have
I like to act out my parts. If you'd have caught me in Starfield the other night, you know what I'm talking about.
Never been on an expedition alone. But I have to try.
I've got a power armor character too for raids and stuff, but tonight I was just trying to figure out what this whole Gone Fission thing was about. Destroy all clones to weaken the monster. Not clones. Anything but clones. Whoa, hey, easy now. Clearly it needs to be weakened, folks. That's all she wrote. Okay. Well, not really sure what to think of this event, actually. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. I totally appreciate that. Sorry if I didn't recognize the name.
Ever upward. Ooh. Very good.
Alright, well, I guess I knocked an event out of my daily challenge pool here. That's probably for the best. I guess I can craft some energy weapons real quick, too. Normally I'd be in a group when I play, but it adds an extra layer of complexity when you're trying to learn how to fish and stream and interact with your group mates. That can be a little tough for the old bubble cat this time of night. You mean you beat Watchtower? Have you done the last watch? The quest, the last watch? What you talking about, Jeremy? Energy weapon, energy ammo. I don't know, I mean, why not? Well, now what's done is done. Look at her go. Purified water. As if a ghoul ever finds purified water. Man. Eat a cooked meal. I'm a ghoul. What kind of ass? Let's see. Does it even matter? Probably doesn't even matter. Hey, look, purified water. I must get it somewhere. Give me those rads. Squirrel on a stick? Is that a cooked meal? Nope. Ain't no good to me either way. Okay, so I gotta eat cooked meals. I guess that's a weekly, though? Is that a weekly or a daily? It can't be a daily. 30 of them? Nice. Well, it was probably Fallout 4. But hell if I know. I don't think I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Although I have bought shitloads of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards over the years. Occupational hazard. Definitely Fallout 4. Played a lot of Fallout 4 in the early days, you know, just for fun and stuff. Starting to figure out how to use like a microphone and streaming software. And for sure. Oh, I don't think that's the end, though. Have you talked to Torin and asked him about if there's anything else you guys need to do? Has he told you about how you guys met? Any of that kind of thing? Ringing any bells? And it may be, too, that that's exactly what's happened. In which case, congratulations. Oh, angler. Yeah. Angler. Don't you have anglers over here? We've got Elder Scrolls at home already. And anglers, too. You don't need any more anglers, Babylonia. Yes, I do. I need 3. The question is, are these anglers, or are these... I'm thinking of the wrong shrimp monster. Yes. Hello. Oh, my good friend. You too, sir. Gonna come out, or... Why, thank you very little. Enjoy the meal. One more angler. All right. It's a hell of a lot easier than fishing. Right on. Thanks so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. It was good to see you. Good to see your name. I like it. Okay, now listen. Listen, Linda. Daily, I still need... Well, that's just unfair. I don't know how to grill a fish. I'm re-rolling that sucker. We'll figure out how to grill a fish another day. Plant a crop. Oh, man. You're killing me here, Smalls. Planting crops, fishing. Yeah, this is weird. I haven't streamed 76, you guys, in forever. And when I do stream 76, I am typically playing with like a bunch of friends, and we're doing raids or expos, that type of thing. And I'm on my power armor character with heavy gun and, you know, happy horse shit like that. So this is a beautiful game. Wandering around exploring, I have come across some crazy, like, skeleton picnic scenes, weird encounters in the middle of nowhere, robots with lemonade stands. Too many damn robots, to be honest with you. But this game really has become, over the years, it's about doing events with friends, being in a group, being in Discord. I know this one character, Mad DJ Fuzzy, who comes to events and like plays like DJs over the open microphone out loud at the events. And that's always a freaking hoot. Like this big old party and you're trying to kill the Scorch Beast Queen, all of a sudden you hear Cher come on. Like, do you believe in life after love? Like, it's not a game that you take seriously. You look in the Atom Shop, you do like the Helvetia event for Fastnacht, you know, Meat Week. I mean, really any of the big events. And you realize how deliciously unserious this game is. It's just for friends to fuck around in the Fallout universe together. So sometimes when I play it like this, I'm kind of confused by it because I don't expect this kind of gameplay from it, I guess. Yeah, there's a lemonade stand with a robot. Sound familiar? I don't remember if it's Deezer's brand. I hope it's not Deezer's brand, because that would just be weird. 200 and something years before the fact, but yeah, you can find it. It's a weird, rare, on the map somewhere random spawn. You know how they are in Fallout 4? All the random, rare encounters and stuff. It's one of those here. It's fun. There's a prize bot that runs up to you and tells you won the Appalachian sweepstakes. And 7 years into playing this game, off and on, at this point, I'm trying to shoot it before it gets close enough to give me the prize. That's my mini game version of that. So, well, I guess I got to go plant some shit at my house. So before I sign off tonight, I will do that and knock out my dailies. Yeah, I wanted to jump on and do a random and apparently rare surprise Fallout 76 stream, even though technically I play 76 almost every week with friends. It's not a game that I play for the same kind of reasons that are satisfied by like doing the roleplay streams and stuff, so it's a nice change of pace to throw it in there every once in a while on a day that I don't normally plan on streaming anyway. Just do it for a couple hours. Behold, my home. It's a prefab. It's a good thing Copy Ghost isn't here. She is in the game. She was anyway during that last event. So technically, she could come over and judge me, and I would feel very, very judged. This Copy Ghost does not particularly approve prefab homes. And I've seen her homes, and I can't say that I blame her. And I don't always do prefab, but this one happens to be prefab, and it's gonna have to do for tonight, baby. What's up, buddy? Sell a lot of shit today? Good man. So yeah, well, it looks like I've all got some stuff planted already, and I gotta do, what, 10? Ugh. Ugh. So here's the thing with food in this game. You can't plant it inside your vaults and basements and that kind of stuff. If it's through a load wall, it doesn't work. So it's got to be outside in an outside camp, which is fine, except for inevitably, even if your house doesn't get attacked by something, and mine rarely does here, inevitably, something gets damaged and you don't happen to have corn on you or whatever, so you go to repair all, and you can't repair your structure because one of the damn corns is damaged. I've always found that extremely irritating. So I don't usually like to keep crops. Early on, I had everything so I could make myself glue. You know, like you do in Fallout 4. But I gave that up for Lent many, many, many years ago. It just annoyed me more than anything else. Of course, I'd probably get away with it a little better here, because I don't seem to ever really get attacked here. So. Nothing like planting corn in the snow. I'm sure that's how they do it somewhere. It's definitely how I do it. What's going on? Why would this... What's happening? Oh, I thought the game was gonna crash. Yeah, it's mostly you. That's awesome, though. I'm glad you're here. It's fun talking to you. Cannot place workshop. Oh. Horse. Horse. How about I do this? How about I scrap? These were here before, so they shouldn't take away from what I just built. Then, should be able to put down 2, 3, 4 I need? 5? What do you mean? Oh, I did get it. Well, I'll be damned. I don't think I'm going to complete my dailies tonight, fellas. I got to get some shut-eye myself. But tomorrow, no surprise streams. Gotta get a bunch of shit done. Do a little work. Get prepared for this coming weekend because we're gonna have... I appreciate it, Jeremy. I do. I will keep you company back, sir. But yeah, Thursday, Dune in the morning. Starfield in the evening. Friday, Dune in the morning and afternoon. Saturday, Dune in the morning, Starfield in the evening. It's going to be a busy 5 days. I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting psyched up. I've been doing my reps. Like I'm benching about 2.5 hours at a time. You know what I mean? Getting strong. So, yeah. Look, the pet brought me something. Thank you, buddy. Come here. Little cutie. That's my Brody dog. What a good boy. A good boy. What you got? What you got? Cranberry moonshine. Don't mind if I do. Alright. But anyhow, I sure appreciate you keeping me company tonight. I had a good time. All I wanted to do was learn how to fish, and I also got to talk your ear off. Which seems a bit unfair until you realize it's kind of the nature of the whole dynamic, right? It's not like we're in a Discord call. I'm streaming and you're typing, so it's gonna be me talking, but I don't mind. I actually enjoy it, so. Before I go, I just want to say the same thing I say every single time, and I picked this up from Bats Vixen, although I have my own little way of saying it. Basically, it's never forget to tip your waitstaff, your bartender, whatever that might be. Never be afraid to try new things, and look around and love each other. It's the only way to be sure. I mean it. Jeremy, have a great night. Get some good rest. I'll yak at you on the Discords, I'm sure, in the morning. Anybody else who happens to be watching right now, Please enjoy the rest of your night and continue to do so in whatever you do, in whatever you play. Hi, Bat. And I will see you on Thursday morning for Dune at 10 o'clock Mountain. And at 8:30 or 9 on Thursday evening for Starfield. Also Mountain Standard Time. Have a great night, y'all.